Ayasempa 94.7 FM. Nana, I know one go asem so I don't know if you would want to chip in a comment on same way. And I
say no.
Yeah.
Small comments.
We should just be careful the way we speak. Because language, meaning Dr. Pesa, why the language is not synonymous to him. I don't know the mood in which he was or cancer. The words are a bit strong. Maybe a US Supreme Court, whatever it is. We are in a global world, and if even be at that point in the way it doesn't really augur well for a professor or some form of a role model for students. In whatever it is, we need to be very temperate in our language. The good thing is why retract it or why apologize. So we also pray say the Supreme Court
mitigate any
tamper justice with mercy. But going forward, we should all learn how to communicate. I mean, politics in so we need to be careful. And nisi ema yakoma edi enim. Obi de bia mekasa akoma di wani ma obetimi akum nipa.
It's true.
Yes. Nti nisi ema yakoma di enim. It's good that he's come out to this is so Timmy who said baby I would gina say no or your professor intino or show almost. He needs to be careful how he does his things. But we pray say in Kudru baby a prison them papa was say when you de no say especially first
akuse prisons I will be journey.
Ever pass first month and they was papa they was say sanko be a do to prison 1 month.
Oh.
Osi obi one
obi ankonya experience ni mrana.
Osi other bosses all them 1 month no nya boni bi.
Okay. Like 1 month now will be enough.
Yes, was it 1 month after 1 month now adjust it. But some those days was it 1 month no adjust it. So see enisi do obi atumu tenten. You do to 1 month I won't go
back. I know.
So okoya.
Oh. Okay, the quick comment doc on Wayna Mimra paragraph.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, a fan honor because I've been following Professor Pesa White.
Yes.
Our global audience and only in the field, political scientists. And or discuss political matters within Ghana, outside Ghana, and all that. He has a global audience he speaks to. The probably and he comments on issues like Kosovo and I've been following him a lot. I think it's rather unfortunate. It's coincidentally, media for externalize statements,
maybe because of the lack of specificity.
Lack of specificity, that is one, and then also maybe the timing, because looks like it came out exactly almost at the same time, and that ruling. So possibly, sir. Miscommunication or ABI say it is good so on Wankasa any opportunity I clarify now or do Buaba court and say once ABI no na me do but what me I draw attention to say ABI nipa do my dream on cry no musu say court no I'm say wa retract but you see about also be brina Eguso can about contempt asem kwanya Ghana ye contempt na adwuma ese court na ankasa timi echichero no do ba na court na ankasa buafo ana se ma ho kwan se bechiro mu na court na ankasa sa pass judgment any ade no people feel say give room for nobody beka say judicial tyranny say court na judiciary no person say we the atem didi ana eba cho ona usiamra ya atem didi ana tyranny
be measured.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. It gives room. So what I say for, and this one we are discussing it in a global context, in a general context. So what I say, it gives room for that. Say be a better kakra na fina court no pupu timamufu ani ama sebe bibi a show mu kra pesa o kakra no na ehun bi about Ghana for so
but court no I clear in several rulings from the Supreme Court say eba criticizing decisions of the court, you can do that.
Yeah, but how do you draw the line?
No, hold on.
How do you draw the line?
The court even used the word, say no matter how, and that was the first time she asked, I was rambunctious. There's and found how hard you go in critiquing a decision from the court.
Yeah.
But when it is bare-faced insult, then you scandalize the court, and then confidence among forward in the administration of justice is free. We don't have a country.
But all this way, there are no objective checks. So what I'm
it's the court that will decide
exactly.
that. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Say, subject to judge no, and I say nipa na or no feel scandalized no. On the back, I say what's the matter? What can you do? Mrs. say
yeah, but the objective man's test at the end of the day, the ordinary man on the street. Time Joseph Akable air kind tweet no. Or kind first sentence no me reaction in the studio. Obi I am saying no. It is
me mansion. Oh anymore. Me mansion. Also be I am oh say me mama dey oye oba penia that we want who said the way your bear
Pagre we am so
now obi and someone man for can we chroma say afa agent for ne you ho ye nyina ya tolerate ya ye nyina ya fine obi a ayedin no ye ka say so di nyina dia koche court say onhwe na onkoche chere nkrofo a wonhwe manfo a be kwakwa sala wo court anim say ye chom contempt no be do so so you see sometimes so that is why there must be
nipa no so global audience into a different person
and I make I say there must be a way at least codify near a constitute contempt no. They should make some attempts. Court na ga say ntimi nye na say parliament wait me afakra na.
Sure.
So they say you shouldn't give room. Na say ebia eyakwesa white na akokantino na entu ani so but say ebia say you can dey Japan dey ono koka dey I'm just using as an example ono dey onye hwe oni di court atem oni di friends and judge bi atem na say onye scandalous statement say yentimi an codify na say then it gives room for a lot of subjectivity, it gives room for a lot of discretion. Now for amount for krompo susu say contempt no kra no as a tool no o dey tatan krofo. You know, so these are something that we must also look at going forward. That is our court is all that we have. Sabe, any ade sisieba we have nowhere to run to. A court na say running to. So it is our duty. SAB making sure say court no nyamo a verdict be free wa babonte. But it also has a duty. Ese ono so no nema ebe pie dia ba no ebe ye neamafo so benya gidie wom ese ampa wonye wadwen se uyiyim anase wo targeting crofo anase wo gagen crofo se mo nkasa anase ma omo enkamasem. When it happens like that gidie no emma, so it is a two-way thing. I'm so say
very well,
yeah, but this say or court into no I think say
unfortunately so I think the apology and retraction about the right time. Let's see
so
what that
the court
will
reacts
do, to that. Paragraph me pacho brief comment on this.
Obi,
yes.
I'm a professor no. Ono anka say me so kenkan somebody to that and the machine.
Who say
ankoye. Inti what krata about.
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM 94.7
with Yejumadia Yedinya. Kasa ya kasa no. Ohwe niesi wo Supreme Court na say social media no nkofo ehwem. Nkofo hwe insem ekoso. Uba feel say ebia obi ni hono ma ohwe ne ekoso. So obi ani di echi. Enye Ghana pen ebia wo kan semfa judicial we hu a ehu beba asem. Ukokafa baby anso ehu beba asem. Inti okay imre na yesika asem ehu ba asem. O mampe na do danko ekufu ado say yen susum kasa. Esan say ye kasa ye kasa ase ema yesika no ye bunofo ye man na ho den ni bibia no eba fom nti we dem ye twim bebre ye besra ne se court no ebebo modern na kakra wo ho a omo beka no ayenya ye benya adesua efimu no ye ni efimu na e bi asende signal kakra ama Ghana fo eni mbemu wa omo sori a omo kasa baby a ebia enkoye emfa obo emba no inti prof apacho dia ida ye students in dia ye beje prof a chopa na tu na ya ka kire Supreme Court say omo frɛ na omo nso omo modern na amo fa na mfa entretre kwan bi so ayi na ebe esuade hu amaye.
I get you. We say Obi falling for Nanaya Jantua for a reaction on this issue. Thank you. Unfortunately, one for Woody and Kanwe. This one says Obi. Professor Pesa White is not telling the whole truth. He was not speaking with respect to the US Supreme Court. He was actually speaking to Ghana Supreme Court. The NDC is peculiar with scandalizing the judiciary anytime any judgment goes against them or any member of their party. They have all kinds of explanations and definitions they give to the judgment from Ghana's court. It's sad. Politicians should be imprisoned or jailed for such doings. Politicians should be measured, especially when you have such global audience. Onel Amponsa, somewhere in Amsterdam, Holland, and Odiwe Abrain. Obi, good evening. My colleague should be sincere enough and not seek to water this down. He knew where he was directing this to. We can't seek to scandalize the court and play sanctimonious about it. Adomako, University of Ghana Business School. Oh, I'll be on University of Ghana. We say, Obi, I'm extremely happy the Supreme Court has started acting on sweeping and derogatory comment like these. Many of the communicators of the opposition NDC, including their flag bearer, have totally disregarded them for far too long, and they must be dealt with. No mercy. Gusty man, all the way from Brikum, the Wea Brain. Gusty man, thank you. This one says, Obi, are we saying that we cannot differentiate between insult and criticisms? Supreme Court has to crack the whip on people. Kwesi Reynolds, somewhere in Agona or Dobing, in the central region. We say, Obi, I salute Professor White for his maturity. Prince Henry Ewokoforidia Nedia Odia Brain. And on Prince Henry, thank you. Let's make progress. And back to by-election issues, Kumewu issues, and matters arising. Nana, come on, party office assembly. It may be I'll start with you now. Washe. So we monitor Kumewu die. Washe ni ome course. So who said it be BSC call?
More na chair no ana. Any rules no. Ammonia the share bag a bag to a beam now. Two cups. So be quite net towel bunimun or koje. Ye nim de chassis, baby ne bibi chassis. What I say. Na me roads no kwara na mo ba roads no me hwa wo ma anye ni
e da the roads akwan no o na won ko wo se ka so
ya bi ne se me hwe TV so a me
TV report to class on
nti obi nti ba cho wo hu kwan na wo hu kwan aye ni ye kwan wo nsuo to ba ko pesu nyina betutu wo mo de ration na me nwa de konti ese MPP for san ko omutimi every honorably
elections we
Kumewu this is something because near mom koye na ma wo mo you anka nkrofo nkoto aba no so wo ma nkoto asa obere o ma nwe honorably o mu de niema kokugu ho koye kwan ne ade ye nko ne se otime we honorably na ho ba bia wugina so na no betimi aboa because they say o mo na ho the breaking the 8 oh
okay.
So did the major
Munyas a rude awakening, no?
There be because all feel so many 70%, but a dear ben amount 70%. But granted, send near man now koye one young cabinia. What did the major? Into say we are see the auto ultimately honorably. As some home James are near she baby at the end of but sort of they manipulated the whole system.
Oh, okay.
They manipulated the whole process by introducing all these, a friend is saying, a development works. A debate on a bayan will be mentias you. So, as I saw, we hear Juma, as I saw, we hear Juma. If we young fine people will be a can't bind.
Sure.
As I said, a bind. So, what Juma is a would dear will shake Ghana for. What I say? Not in for a year, Jumano, as I said, with me data. Now with me who baby as I say priorities baby as I say we ye adwuma roads here and he fan here roads sika ben ye de be ye roads as if see enya adwuma bia ya sorry ya na ye bibia kwato baby there's no plan obi planning ni why ye de chichire o man yo Inti yemfa ne se baso anwu. Usema anyway as baso anka MPP inti men win election. Baso sa Kumawu election na hu se sama ye boni din kwa. Yehu na yesi ye dwan wo ye ho because baso we sama wa hoden pa anka disa anka MPP win this election. Because town ma tan papa ye ni. Papa hu tan nti no ma amfa rose ya anko ho. Ama ne papa ye wu.
Eye baso
no.
Na MPP for time
no mo tan ne pa woni anije na wo hwe ni wo kwa putupuru wo se ne enye blood pressure bi ne ma ne wuye but no kra aside no ade omo ye na enye fe se wo mo akwakoya akwan development projects ne ade because of by election ase jesen wo mo koya ma president ko ho chief of staff ko ho omo to the whole government machinery ko Kumawu. Why?
It's been characteristic with all by-elections.
No, but I am saying, sir, why should you do that? Because why you Juma? Now think, why you Juma? Do you have to carry everybody to go there? To show what? But omo no Nyankopon na bo omo say nkrofo ni tie ala. No hu ala na yi oje ho. Ala nko ho na esesa ne mama omo.
Oh, okay.
Because I oji show ho pa.
Eh. Ni na hu TV so.
I mean what TV so. Na me monitor Alan G show apa so mo nyintum. Sa Alan G show.
Yo wa ma hwanka ade dia ye ho.
Me si ade no marry. Ade da ho sese ye nye rose ade anko mo we. E na Alan so ko boa wo. Me so Alan ni so mo fa ne nya hwe ye si obi bi na e ba be di ade minim din no. So Alan den keni so obi a compete Alan so onim the history
of the MPP.
Yes, and you so obi betimi a competing but any say man feel like say or bre.
O san ke cool chop.
And you say cool chop man no. Otima say o mu de na obi di echi obi ntimi nsori infre chire man ni
gina ni mu sa.
Oti say aliens. They say aliens are baba be legitimate owners of a yabe landlords.
Sana wo hu no.
And say aliens bi wo ho na chesi ye pushi wo mama ma ba animu. Obi ho ye alien. Ntu ye alien ya asantifo se obi wo ho a obaba betena himfie no nche se o ye dishi o. Utin ba betena himfie so. Wo nana ba ho. O papa wo ho. Wo nana yin kanso o munyina ba e. No nche se o ye dishi. You remain an alien. Okay. Akonwa no ba beta. Ni pese so ye you know omo nese so omo
de ama no.
Ya ti da omo ko animu.
Okay, to back to Kumawu.
Back to Kumawu nti Alan did a lot of work e wo ha wo boa wo. But say no wo bre bibi na wo see NDC for say. A Friday the infractions bi.
Yes.
Nti omo kwa ko hu isi me feel say hu hia.
Adan.
Infractions wo Kumawu. Kumawu baby election we so infractions e ye koka ho asem.
But I would say one polling station almost say presiding officer and agent in sign pink sheet na sana elections ne kwebe shase which to them was abnormal and yade was say
my dear na zo kaso so ono so kokko buru obi wo ho ne nkrofo so ko ye gidigidi ni nyina ya niema esiye but eno ne nkire say a whole party should go to EC. It's only one polling station na EC.
Sure.
What I say, how did it affect the election? Ma, a name vote no get beba for okay, the percentages. I am fan said that infraction, maybe 2%.
We are not contesting the results.
What I say, it's an infraction, meaning it's an infraction 2%.
Yes.
It's how did it affect? Say a name overall.
Total
okay, you 2% in free, still 68. Infraction 30% to crown pass, so be when 40%.
Yes.
Ultimately, will be a 40%. Infraction 40% to cry when you are 30%. It means to say, ultimately, into when you are dear, and when you see a cohu easy. There are more pressing things. I ain't in a Ghana for see a Timika and who boom near who send a baby to MPP for a free Yakunya. That is very important. But little man will be a yes or be a say, what's your actual letter can now they are called. You don't have to meet the whole issue on one polling station. And ya they are near rampant, because about 20 polling stations, maybe 10. One. Yes, one is two, but still. And ya dear say a home by Bassam say, yet you see Hunkunya. Near maybe or why you see Hunkunya. It went very well, no violence. I don't even know, say, or move voted by Brilla. You are my woman, and I said it was suggested. I heard somebody, one of the media people, like I say, omo money who are there, you and more medi them no, omutimi voti by Brill. This is excellent if it happens. These are some of the things as I say a share, and the peaceful nature of it.
Yeah.
What am I saying? Yen learning lessons. How was it so peaceful? Going into the bigger picture in 2024, so that when we come out and you say nipa na ye wune besine ye nim se ni omu ye besine ye ntimi accounting for omu debt. Because we always say that never should anybody die because of an election. Ghanaian life will be very, very, very important. You know, lessons have been learnt. Whatever happened, I say my maybe or more for CC official for cinema voting for another party near it was a trending and this anime. These are things that has happened. But overall, no, saying the percentage how rampant was it? And that is what is most important. So whatever made it peaceful, we should learn lessons from it. Then people they should start to learn say gracefully. Because me fire me physical no nkwonkwo ye niema o maye no. Hifa no munye sika no kokoye.
No.
Yes. Because the contractor no was site no munye sika ntua ne kanti no parking ne niema. So where did they get money to pay the contractor? Ekwan no kora so nye. Ade no mo nto mo bono mo nya kwan papa te se de CPP for kwa me nkromata hwe moto we besi na nyiro bi ntimi nya bi omo nya kwan papa oti ase ne kwan ye be last kwan we me ka chose rainy season ye be ko ho ye nteki to ni nyina be tutu we nya kwan
the kwan no contract Joshua no we from Drabin or dey ba wo in the oil from main highway and say they from Drabin through Efijase. I think Efijase to Drabin.
But say onru ho.
Say oye de ba omo jampe ba be ye town roads
no we town roads
highway in the afino.
But town roads no krenko yi. Nti say nko mo tro mo bo so mo hwe ana o mare. Say akase ye kwan ye nya.
Town roads a won call ho se enko yi.
Ese me hwe o TV so.
Na TV na utimi hu
kwan. Na me hu na kwan ye yes me nya contract o but ye de minim si ye kwan na ye gutters ye pedestrian walkway.
Town roads no. Town roads e gutters wo ho.
We gutter bi no se nyina ya anwea.
Na town roads a won call me am free over me say gutters.
Me de me hu. De me hu the TV so de me hu na anwea kwan na.
Highway ni de na gutters no omu etwitwa kwan ni nche no gutter ni ho. But town roads ni there are.
Me pa cho me de me hu. E kwan no so nye. There been a quiet 2 days I be ye. Quiet 2 days I be ye. Because some person omo bury. It's a the say suban we call anymore. Obi e be hiding. Government should be serious. What you say na one plan. No one can ho. What you say quicken your steps because also person quicken your steps. Na obi it should always not be about elections.
Yeah.
Because we see a about elections, I will get it wrong. Because kumeuba gidi munya radio. Gidi wakwa ye roads, so why ye roads. And so ba hwe nsuo to ani nyina tutu. Otima say, omu ye roads bi wa Accra ha my job. Last year ho baby, and then ko hwe etutu.
Asphalt.
Etutu. Intino, you see we should have a development agenda. And a plan to see say ABC sika say ne bekom we ne priority feeder roads okay ye the concentration two roads a eco farm gate ye betime de aduane abakrom. These are the things we should plan. It is okokumawu na say wonye kwan na hu so obawe are but o plan nye nru ho wonkwankwa ye kwan a ekina nsuo to a ebetutu because I will pay vote. It is not about vote. Money look like say power no. I don't know, but obi the way omo ye power e wo kroma no. E mane nye fe. Wuji power so be somo.
Ye hu kroma de ani bi.
Debi to ho chene ni ho. And no sorry and na kwa de VAT fufuro bi abananse amekwa ye bi. E no de hwen. Utim say impanyimfo yinkwa 2022 model na different ya na me bisa say nti wa okuta osika obeto sa aka we because me de bia me ka say onipa kura ansa na oba beji minister oba beji akonwa no ni VAT ni si eto VAT man.
Oh okay.
Because what you only VAT eno na de kro no oba no only VAT o introduce to a certain kind of luxury.
And CPP ba power dey am obey no.
Of course, coffee ye manifesto for 2020. Sa luxury ni nyina si etwam. Untimi entna V8 ma. It should be maybe the president and the vice. Enumpo. So kokrom haya babia program bi obetime use salon car.
President.
Yes, that we use salon ko bi beku. Me catch us me fa bus e wo London. Me ni ayi Gordon Brown etna bus no. Bus 12. Osi one number 10.
Na wo to.
Na me to aso. Na me kohwe me sister hospital. Osi one number 10 wo tena mu kwam si eh. Ni baba ko pe ne di nachi. Nti so ye president kra na wo te salon ka ma wo beku. Ominku. Why ne beku? Ghana ye doye ho why ne beba bebo otuo. So we president as went me and need traffic me den na hu se so expanding road no emma Ghana for ho to wo because we are no atwam. Yes hwen wo ba o na ekọ. You don't have any empathy. Woni nipa ni wo bio. Because obi de ya na ye me gwan se me tu kwan akotamale. Na se me tu kwan from Kumasi Accra na me hwe enan no bia nipa tim. Na me bisa senti ha nipa be ye campaign wo ha na me kwa kura bia se na me kohwe nsu a wo mo no. Na me nipa ba ha be ye campaign. No wie ya wo koy no de na ode ba back. Because ko ye campaign na se otimi hu se nipa bi gu ba bi o mu hia mwa. What is wrong with say baba be fesika we see a die kama Ghana for atinem. What is wrong?
Affordable house.
Beautiful affordable housing.
CPP mobile.
Yeah, saying because Ghana said another kasi etisika so na come dey and why you wiska. The management of our resources which is a problem. Eba ne greed. Hwe me de bia me ka say me my minister bawo. Yes, me papa was 3 times papa ye PNDC minister twice or ye Nkrumah minister. So who are bemwa unless you are greedy. What am I say? Unless we are greedy.
So what that about 4? Pechepe.
Yeah, just me papa no a lawyer new. Me a lawyer ni ba. Papa a lawyer and a pharmacist. What I say?
Yeah.
That bad ye may be mean to me in Casamini.
Oh, now papa a minister on your dada now a day.
It's what but no crown so actually me actually near maybe. It is just greed that will let you say over grab boy obisi a dana joy a dancing. Baby I me da me dwene ho say me da one side of the bed. And I'm a Bible to go one side. Then cross it. Inti adentina yentimi anwini Ghana for. Na yentimi sika kakra ye woni yenhwe so ye. Na Ghana for bia enjoy man ho to me kroni. Ghana de me amedia.
Kwame Ajimano USA or say Obi, I like Nanaya Ajantwa, but today I think she's going on a rough tangent. It has always been the case with by-elections. The people in Kumawu stand to benefit no matter what the renovations are. Let's see in the unlikely event that the CPP comes to power, would play back Nanaya's comment when a by-election should occur. She appears to be a typical politician today. Thank you. Where's Obi? Good evening. My question is, will this Supreme Court summons cut across, or it would only happen to political opposition? It is my fervent prayer this happens to all Ghanaians regardless of your political party. Okay, Masawudu Hamza Jr. Capello and Odiwe Brain. Obi, good evening. We always hear names of non-existent political parties. With all the ideas, ask Nanaya has why didn't CPP and other parties contest in the Kumawu by-election? She's giving reasons for that. We say, Obi, I am a bit disappointed in the CPP General Secretary in your studio. I don't get her point at all from Adeso boss and Odiwe Adeso Yadase. We say, Obi, ask Nanaya Ajantwa, when did the IMF money arrive? Asante the way Abba. Obi, tell the CPP General Secretary that her party will remain in the dark forever. She always talk this way. She can't even build a common kiosk for the CPP. Kwabena Selby, our London the way Abba Kwabena Selby and the Waja. Where's Obi? Please, good evening. It's Nanaya Jantua. Okay, the NPP is not a monarchy. If it is so, like Alan is not the right person, because remember he resigned from the party and later on came back. She should concentrate on her dying party, the CPP. Messages not endorsed, but I have to listen to my other guest. Answer Nana Meba, Mami 1 minute. Mami 1 minute, Meba. memo akasa se enne wonsan kan Niche chocolate drink ni bi abomode ne pe bi eto Niche confectionery Ghana Limited ena ede aba na de omo kanyina ne se chocolate drink ye de Ghana cocoa papa yi bi ena aye de papa nya sichire bebre da bi cocoa Ghana's wholesome and finest cocoa and I there 250 ml bottled 180 ml tetra packs obi etimi enumi opedodo to a frɛ 0531 818292 0531818292 shop beer supermarket beer ben ubenya Niche chocolate drink etumi ato anom ntimunsha nenso emfa emayen sanso ena midway etwem panda Chinese cuisine say ene uni bia ochena kai na order odie Chinese meals papa bi say wo pair egg fried rice vegetable fried rice the beef or chicken in green pepper sauce, beef or chicken in brown chili sauce, oriental spring rolls, golden fried shrimps, steamed dumplings, assorted soup noodles, Fred number in your orders 0240 903988 0240 903988 Panda Chinese cuisine wa Shalibotwe School Junction okohwa ubehu na onso atimi akwakoto won aduane papa ne bi edi midway a chapter hits FM Rep Your Jersey 2023. The atmosphere is already charged, the rivalry and the fun. The 12th edition of the Hit FM Rep Your Jersey, powered by Bet365. Bet365. When him say UEFA Champions League finals, no, Man City and Inter Milan and Ebo, it's going to be an incredible contest. In the whole bar, share your favorite club jersey. Nebeka Yahu Aviation Social Center on Saturday, the 10th of June 2023 for the Hit FM Rep Your Jersey, powered by Bet365. 10 a.m. near Shasia till you drop in the bra. Now there will be amazing events, lot of fun, excitement, entertainment, and amazing prizes to be won. Yabaya Jama competition, wash and feel contest, sports quiz, 5-a-side soccer, and many more. You don't want to miss out on the entertainment and the fun in the bra. Yemfa odomodom na yenyi Peche Ewo Hit FM Rep Your Jersey Aviation Social Center neighbor. So it's sponsored by Shawl 2 Lozenges. Think natural, think Shawl 2 Leopard Balm, Fast Action Pain Balm, Nasco, Bring Home Happiness, Ebony Condoms, Ghana's most pleasurable condoms, Heineken, Share the Passion, Jamal Soap, your partner for clean clothes, National Petroleum Authority, Dream Cosmetics, Dream It and Live It, Aquadot Natural Mineral Water, Obenom Anum Bio Ekosiisen in higher Sempa 94.7 FM. Metie Dr. Marco Oliver. Na answer nana na also was him be yes, briefly.
Minua be mana o kasa free is the UK no. Say by elections the sanity.
Yes.
But your business as usual na ho asem na make am. Any say yes sanity.
Okay.
Say e do by election and sana ya be see eyi abanya sede say sika na wo won obe spread no we siesie baby a.
Okay.
Enye say ba beto abank na ya ba enu cry as if say you are insulting us. What am I saying?
Yes.
That is what I'm saying. By election, there's sanity. The status quo no must change, and there should be a paradigm shift in the way we do things in terms of development.
Very well. Obi, this is the second time a tweet from Professor White about the Supreme Court has emanated from a book he is reading. Hey, the first time was during the 2020 elections petition. Goodfellow Day of Faye Edie Eni. Charlie. Doc,
Obi, yeah, I'm saying
Kumewu matters arising.
Yeah, I think so. Political party be a call the by-election one near my wash and some by-election because we should not pretend as your constituencies be where they are your opponent stronghold. Even so your stronghold.
Yes.
There are places are battlegrounds. Because of historical data I will hunt. But being so say new circumstances any I didn't know. Like I said then I make a emerging battleground. But being so a receding battleground, nanka battleground, but a man for a year twice obey me. I'm going to say no, I'll fade it. I be rigid. So you need to consider all that and say, okay, will you want to contest the elections or not? Then a person contest elections. Sometimes political party no, or person contest election no. Now Oshe Kwambu say opponent ne kwanya or the first one or the year election no was some and I say enwa na oguswa o use. You know, in terms of security, in terms of how we manipulate and then you want to get involved and experience it and see what they are actually up to. You know, and for example, electoral officer or castle monson sign and then you know, Madame Ekase anka it could be a test. Yeah, it could be a test for something that somebody is planning to do on a large scale, or scale, in 2024. You never know. So what I say, then it comes to scalability. No page on a very large scale. So what I can say. But a honor vigilance by na no. We were expecting say when electoral commission no replacing. Because you the electoral commission penny for more admit say irregular. I didn't know any panayana and yet as a koyesa. But there was no penalty to it. Minia do you wouldn't near electoral fraud a bit me I the kind of instability a bit me a course or mine any ade. It's no electoral commission no so integrity here. Now you are not complicit. Or actions are obeteki. When any yama say eba beto wenimwa, will tell whether say on for anyama saso, and I say bia unomwa na air test nemu yachi omuntino and I walk so enya depa. But then what next? What is the consequence? Depend on namho or ye jumani wie me sure say by this time we met na ka wakot na fie. Wait and say 2024 you better recruit no and I say maybe na sen North Crown met my friend abase on say me juma near century ka. You know, that is the reason why we need to engage the electoral commission and some of these things, you know, because sometimes it can be true. You are recruiting so many people on election day. Electoral commission but then when it comes to your attention, you need to take action. Say the beya obi bia obe recruit no whether a third party and am staff no. Onipa no be hu say adwuma me kwakoye. It's just like West Africa Examination Council. It's an organization, they have their own permanent staff and but only exams when they do marking, they rent markers from Ghana Education Service. But almost strict rules are so nimna se wo examiner na say marker no wo contravene together with GS so meet major license go from them. And they are very strict about it. It no teacher ni bia or mark and say teacher ni bia or invigilate on your YX staff. But YX fan say or invigilate, but they have strict code. As a yes navigate for one. You can lose your license as a teacher. So that is the seriousness the Electoral Commission must attach to it. So omo gidi say free and fair elections e bibia o makuma mu no omo gitumwa. They should attach seriousness to some of these things. And until we went into this election for a lot of purposes. And for me, largely, as close as I am, no, meaning say, Nema na ye hwehwe ene Nema ye tested when Nema ne ade no. Largely, no, we were satisfied with it. And no me say na mo ka say coalition kra no ya ntimi anye coalition ene ho Nema ne ade. You see, these are things that we hear and then we laugh. Only said 2012 MPP former anye coalition. 2012 when they lost.
They did.
Yes, but did they open their room to friends journalists because they knew they were losing the election. Coalition is one. Taking a decision to publish the results is another thing. Why would you want to happily publish a losing results? For what? For what? But by the way elections, within the time you set my own say by this time I say you direction of the elections, now you that. But why do you expect us say you say you 3,700 and something votes? Now opponent now we winning 15,000. Why do you want to publish or do a press conference about it? What do you do about it? I was telling Menko for say me makok parliamentary contest twice. Me na me lose ye. Me lose me take actual results sometimes 5 days later. Once I'm signal say ade na nye ye almost share you say ade na nye ye and I'm a pemeka matra na me ko. The last one me ade chi ye no me colleague back am na the contest ya offer me na wa share ye nyina ade no o kire me kra votes do do me nyae. You understand? So truly the eagerness to demonstrate say where we need votes near ne honia man, it will come to you when you are winning. You are winning. So what I'm can say. So it is not like a whole organization to say NDC. You are winning elections in 1992, 96, 2008, 2012. Then we say intimate collate results. What does it take to collate results?
When IT gurus like yourself.
Oh yes, and this time, for example, I'm privileged to be closer to Timna or more collation where Jumano, and then the advices we are giving and all that. And that is what I'm saying. Say we are getting satisfied with what
systems are building.
Yeah, you know.
But your party, some of your party people think again, and I think may hear some segment. So say. Politics is about perceptions, and perceptions does a lot in politics. About the PR aspect of projecting what you do in the strong room coalition, because it's somehow a mammo based and so some confidence. Okay, we are set for the election and everything. So but the PR aspect of that in
before you 2024 elections. All that confidence building exercise
will be done.
Okay. You understand?
Okay.
For example, your presidential primaries, because competitive. You understand? Because clearly it was GM who was winning. We did a coalition, graphical display there.
Okay. Those competitive.
Nana competitive. Nana competition. GM 99%.
So it was virtually an endorsement. Party
popular acclamation.
Competition.
When I say it wasn't competitive, that's different from there was no competition.
Yes.
So what I say, the American say you don't want to publish or losing results. You understand? MPP in 2020. For example, in 2020, almost constituencies, they were all doing coalition there. But I can say 137 we now you win, then me who say 137 seats a year. And yet coalition there be. So what I say, it is the same coalition. And we don't need to, my who say coalition idea. The bottom line is that we are winning 2024. You be a choirman central for my baba coalition here results. So said MPP for we almost a bragging. So what I say about I'm from Rama the results na mention say maluzu na anything. How do I benefit from that? But like I said, we're also talking about general performance in this election. Yes. I agree in part. As a by-elections do not accurately tell the story of what will happen in 2024.
Yes.
And Honorable Jantua, extreme, because if you are in an election where you have the whole government machinery, our best set up no mujina crofo it be one t-shirt, one vote. Any when your money a day, or muchesika, any when your money a day. On the large scale, during a general election, you will not get that benefit. You just have benefit of Minister Biamra, say energy minister or hobby biak light in or the light or she share street bulbs, any when your money a day. Rose Minister onemo me follow mo otehwa kosi say ye pon ya announce results crowd ya announce results we no go so te ho so te ase on election day on the general election ubenya road minister about be 3 days or constituency you know almost everybody agric minister omunyira egum be che fertilizer ene ho ne ma ne ade you won't get it on a large scale on election day. So the factors are influencing abattoir in a by-election like this now. So we especially opposition na uram na utiminya an improved resource. You need to be satisfied with it. You need to be satisfied with it. And ye Ghana has said they to abano. Nipa kakra bi na rational. Nipa kakra bi na rational. Said then madam share the frustration. And then there are certain people who yom den on betwama NDC. There are certain people who yom den on betwama MPP. Because a nema omujina so etwa bano. There are things that have been historically conditioned over time. Enye sadano nema ekosoro na omohwe de ato aba. Anasa enye nea ohwe a ye beto aba ni wie a mfaso a menye free abatuo num ena ohwe so de ato aba. Sa enkrofo no ho omo wo entem na omo de omo na ehwe ese wo aban we ba ye esebe ne obeka ye na do so sen ne ma waye ye kase ye toa ne so a oman ne bebo enti yensesa no no sa enkrofo no na eda ntem a omo na esesa sede tumie no enko binkuma na se enko nifa you know. And we are a lucky country for having such people. So what America can say, because you will still have some nipadodo na omo so attached to the parties now, no matter how failed MPP I know they on better or my body amount. You know, so when you are going into an election like that, you should know that those people are there. Be jidisa be crack a coin woman near the normal quankoya. There are I was watching some of the interviews and Amoye. Obi to be kind of plain. As I buy way there, buy way who she near my say, no one near my near no one beside it will be trauma NDC and me assume a sini pa. Mento my NDC saying. I know they may there met my MPP, you know. Yet all those sound bites. It tells how people have been conditioned over time to believe, say, hey, yo, and yo, this is where you have to be. And that is the reason why a minister will be bold to say, I have said, one vote, a friend saying, one t-shirt. I know they win election. I'm proud of the win election. To them, all that it matters is the MPP t-shirt. You know, and that is how a honor and so dynamics in it here. It is a kum. Nase in the previous year, NDC, 8% of the total valid vote cast as NDC candidate. Nase this time no yasa kwakwa koto. Na yetimia improve enya around 17.2% of the total valid vote cast. For us, it's an improvement. For us, it's an improvement. Yesusu says extrapolate to 2020. Vote no turnout ni increase. New registration become on any padodo Dawson. Now you extrapolate. Now you are getting 17.2% of the votes from Kumawu, even in the general election. For us, a good resource at the mind. And these are some of the indicators. Echeche yere. Emion will say yes. We went in and at a minimal cost. You yourself. Now, okay, say one of our national officers not all complain. He said, "Sika I'm fine election." No, that is efficiency. We got this result.
Yeah, but it's a rational decision making. I mean, this is a stronghold of the ruling party.
So why do you
there was no way you would win. Exactly. Why would you spend that much?
Exactly. And to have gotten this result, you should know, say, why are they?
But it is you do when you study the trends.
Yeah.
You do better in that constituency than the result.
No, that is not true.
No, you do an average 5,000, 6,000 votes in the constituency.
Average 5,000
6,000
presidential. Check it.
No, check it. Parliamentary nimpo no.
No.
Apart from 2020, 2000 no
previous years na year or they check it from because as who say first na sechere afram plains any kumawunu bom
that's
so what you say first na sechere afram plains ni kumawunu ebom
no mu chemu
etino na our massive vote no every sechere afram plains so
yeah
so what you say and na omu team and that's the reason why we win sechere afram plains
sure
but the kumawu proper no you can check it kumawu proper no you can check it as a presidential and the Timinian 5,000 even in a general election that is even in a general election so what I say
yes
but in a friend saying a by-election like this where who said turnout was just around 63% so what I say then you can use the turnout
which is impressive looking at by-election
of course impressive in a way, but not too impressive. Especially turnout is so low, below 40%, when there is no competition. For example, your boycott to Buakwa North, there was no competition. The turnout was around 49%. Ebra JB Efimo.
Yeah.
Abitifi, the turnout was around 40%. Your boycott to Ebra Brian Champion, Eba from Peter Pepra Efimo. You can check other places are young contested and I say MPP so uncontested. All those one turn out woefully low, but say competitive say we are able to get around 60% thereabout. So a normal for a competitive by-election like this. So what I say, and you know, with this, then you get this vote an increment because I can turn out now low sano. The expectation say you either stagnant. Just the MPP there no around about 304 nominal increase of the vote. So what I say,
but that's you doing it using 2020 as a base.
Yes, using 2020
as a base.
Yes,
but would that be a fair analysis?
Why not? Why not?
Really?
Why not? I didn't. That's the most recent. You know, I've told you say election BR not start from zero.
Of course.
So what I say. But then the most reliable one I'll be to me at the trend. This is just 2 years ago. So what I said, this is just 2 years ago. You can't go and compare to.
But the challenge will be said then no party or ruling party, and as a party a winning say the general election.
Yeah.
Na in a particular constituency because also by-election results every by-election the result is lower than the general election in all the constituencies I had to about one.
Yeah.
You know what it then means they say party bia no wa baimu or call by-election the party na anya de
party bia or a baimu or call by-election.
Yes.
You will reduce proportionally, but it should be proportional. I say and then opponent also by the same proportion. So what am I can I say? It should be by the same proportion.
But the data doesn't tell that story.
No, that is how it should be. For example, say and you see, for example, in Kumawu.
Yes.
Kumawu MPP is saying say oh my idea. So what I say, forget and say a chunk of Nana Akufo-Addo vote when you're going 3,000 and over.
Yes.
That is a real MPP vote in the general election. That is a real MPP vote. Emma Philip Baswa at that time no.
When you have
14,000
independent near 11,000.
And independent near 11,000 plus. Now everybody knows contextual knowledge. And we say independent 11,000 plus no. More than 70% na MPP4. Unless we want to debate that. More than 70% na MPP4 votes. So if you are looking at MPP4 vote and kasa ewo Kumawu, especially going into this by-election, I know my so united. As with Philip Baswa out, no, almost decapitated friends Kwekudia, near forces, and I didn't know. Emma now Kwekudia was virtually on his own. You know, then you ask yourself, say, 23,000 potential MPP votes, no. About the same about 15,000. So what I say, it is what that also you increase from 14,000 and over. I drew 15,000 and a margin of 300 votes. You should rather be using the 23,000 votes. That is the actual MPP votes.
But how about if the argument is made, say, generally by elections, turn out a form.
Yeah.
So every election starts from zero.
Yeah.
And 34,000 names on the register. A little over 20,000 out.
Yeah.
Out of 20,000 votes, no, one party got more than 15,000.
Yeah.
Less than 5,000 the other three,
Yeah.
How on earth can you say that's our party, ain't mean
Yes, that's why we are analyzing data. So what is their proportion? So 15,000. What is its proportion of the total votes that are out on that DBPA?
20,000, 71%.
That's 71%.
Sure.
But Nanado, on a friend saying in the general election, MPP in the general election, Omunya over 80%. You can look at it. I think 83%. So that is the analysis you should be making.
But then somebody would also say, John Mahama in 2020 6,000 plus votes.
5,000 plus.
5,000 plus.
Yes.
So then it's a drop for
yes,
you.
That's what I'm saying. Sir, in the by-election, there will be drops. But drops, why then are drop in terms of proportion? That's what we are looking at.
Mamintie Palgrave, I think what Kasache, Mamintie Palgrave, and then if you have time, we have time, I will come back to you. Palgrave, Mamintie on this Kumewu by election and matters arising.
Bobby, Kumewu, Nyankopo Adom, Kumewu Fuatre say the party of choice for the Ghanaian people, the new patriotic party. Bobby, Yedin Kunim. Any asida ebema Kumewu man say omoyen ya wa tu na eme say independent candidate no Trinity ni de when to me am performing senior or performing yet in the 2020 general election the numbers no eba form pa nti ono so ema na wa tu so nsan brefi MPP any political party Ghana for adia tu. Now, Obi, I had about 31 by elections. MPP Nyabe 16 of that.
As in more we need 16 of
16 of the 31 by elections. And NDC Nyabe 13. Nya independence be baby from CPP.
Okay.
So Bekaya. Now you share by elections are Ekosiisen na yet to me winning majority of that na. Na Kumewu a great example interest ki be Lucy ye de no koyenim say speaker be say asin of a vacant ye did say asin of for beto Obama NPP esan say
we sure
BGD pa cause Kumewu 20
Debbie
okay
Ghana the party of choice Obi the party of choice the new patriotic party. Na me penny kasano. O say Kumewu papa bi ba no be boa ema Kumewu for to abamai.
Yeah.
Obi abato ayeko bomu.
E dalan papa bi.
Oh, who's that? You money di. Paul Grave.
Oh, me patcho mama nkasa.
No do your papa bi.
Afede ala ye papa bi.
Yes,
me patcho mama nkasa.
Yes,
mama nkasa. Paul Grave. Ghana for you need you.
Oh. Mami come asem.
Paul Grave.
Ye Kumewu nya ye kobomu. Say ye kwa ta ye nia NST na wetumi edi nkunim yanko no say flag bearer A ana flag bearer B ana flag bearer C ana K ana Q yenya ayekobom nkunim die na aba no abama the new patriotic party Obi you say Ghana there's a great plan for this country. Yeah, minister why interview NDPC director general da wa unim say political parties nya edo mo ahoden ekota developmental plan ayaye na on person mo hwe nom di boa ema omani tumpon a ebetumi akoye nim ye pa development ye shase aye okumewu enye baso a owechi ene ye shase one district one factory buffer stock for warehouse aye wo kumewu egusu wo hono boreholes ayaye ewo kumewu egusu wo hono library ayakosi ewo kumewu egusu wo hono district hospital aka akra yewie
the
district hospital
no
Erojet no
and I know your mom
Erojet dey na okay Erojet dey no
district hospital
say no momo sha say no mo to
so on can you
almost 90% complete mo sha say makama o sha say doctor o sha say
but the MPP team in the region enyin enokran tum say this in the sha so momo say kofo na sha say
abandon
so mobile
enti
bia na wabitifin
yeah the same thing say Erojet way
enti very clearly no projects aye okumewu no say ekwan ayaye yinim say ebe last it will stand the test of day ekwan wie ni honoma obi insoto a ebetumi asai kwan no dabi ekwan ayaye professionally done artistically done yinim say so bi ni honoma ebetumi asai sakwan no obi baby aye doing with abato honsem isi honsem the electoral commission there you say it has always been extremely very credible so more administer very free fair peaceful electioneering processes na enya dia obi aboni trimopo say assembly per se ye towards 2024 nti ye de kumewu ye prekesa debi enya no credit 2024 about to Ghana for nya aka train say the party of choice the new patriotic party sankofa bi wo hono ma obi enye sankofa na ase NDC 4% Ghana for consider no minji di say Ghana for your madrin say sankofa no omope na me de say eja doctor ankasa aka say omo election omo ye internally no na there was no contest na NDC assembly ha me kakra omo say omo da chepa no ewe hifa say ora John Dramani Mahama wanye flag bearer biem na otrasi as former president NDC when never be di omunim nto omunya very slim chance so be prepare for the next generation and future but me makase obi say class 4 na o dey rosika che class 4 so mo to ababa na on be the class prefect no class ni nya to ababa no be the class prefect e no just be the school prefect no nkofo be to ababa be the school prefect no lower primary ka ho upper primary ka ho and a junior high so ka ho enti so be nya class prefect no interest Ghana for nya beka so mba me school prefect debi 2024 general election no election a Ghana for ebe hwo mo dachi no mo ahwe hu se no betumi edi o mine so no e de o mo beko trene nya waye bi da waye o mampeni abade trader gidi se ono ena say delegates ma ho kwan no be di anima ono na Ghana for beto no so aba sanse bebi aye woni de Ghana for nya ani obi maka ho asem wa hanom da say digitalization yenim NDC for de bi omoka say Dr. Baumi ono di data buy digitalization matra platforms we be a doctor on funye matra platform
ono di data
me say matra platform obi
digitalization and data
me say the panel card data one card data
sa na mo ye na economy
me say mo nya bote me say the panel
data buy
me say the panel the can I say
na digitalization
reporter speech
na me sa na the panel can o say Dr. Baumi ono di data buy iti enim say MPP there me de mejidi say delegates no ma ho kwan na say omo de omo akoma pa eta Dr. Baomi echi a obetuma ye bibi wo man mu unim say your secretary the crata ba beto onum say nominations no
yeah mo bi
ye bi mu
omo bi ochina from ochina yes
26th of May ekwa akokosi June
sure
we are yasaye super delegates no August we are yakwa kokoto abanka sankasa for your main flag bearer no November ebeye ade a efe bebre e wo man mu na ye besa sa tre NDC said the party of choice party a discipline party a enim se ni ebu o man e ma o man etumi ko nanim e the New Patriotic Party obi mede manusi no ehwe say
the data analysis doc here yes the devil is always in the detail, and when you unpack the data now I say omono eya ade same e wo kumewu
omuni tonko hokra oh yawe
because I've listened to Nanabia Enra Ekria Nanabi Kasai Nanabi Kase that analysis from the NDC funny because
and what is the contract?
The real analysis you have to do is to go into the details of the 75 polling station results. And there are some polling stations but they've won, and there are quite a number of those polling stations in the constituency no more winning that more winning in this by-election. And when you go into the nuances now on your surface analysis now more yet.
No, you see, we don't declare winners by the number of polling stations that we're winning. You should understand our electoral system. What do? You aggregate votes.
Sure.
Across the polling stations. You can win all polling stations. But say all polling stations
margins
need to stress close up. Than to count the number of polling stations that we're winning and go jubilating. Organizer so say national organizer sana or the juma and no juma that kind of analysis say kind the number of polling stations are winning no more so share dodo win. Is that how we determine who wins an election or Ghana has it? That's not how we determine winners.
But if you've not won a polling station before, now we near it bodes well. Let's send the right signals for you.
No say Alan Crawford no at the letter basse Zongo friends and polling station be entina Alan ba constituency nim ebeye adwuma also home kra no munya west votes
Alan Momba
Baumia sorry
okay.
Dr. Baumia
okay
so what I say true statement be omo yes Asante Patriot to say statement be omo say Dr. Baumia that his most highlighted strength and so oba Zongo polling stations no is going to clear them for the MPP obewini e the ama MPP but Kumawu as a test no e hokra na omuluzu kese pa so obi na analysis polling station by polling stations but in on uria you look at aggregate votes and on the electoral commission here no dey declare aggregate votes no ye did go a basket a test tube of 100% no mu no ahena wunya in the past say the 100 be gu ho a na ahena wunya and a sabre no ahena wenya. That is the basis for comparison.
My paragraph in trust wait Obi Doc's argument about the NPP votes in the by-election is moot because in the 2020 election the candidate had over 40% nominal vote, that's 14,000 plus, but not moved to 50, but that moved to 15,000. The NPP candidate had over 70% in this current election, so you can also argue that the NPP guy performed better, even though it was a by-election. Fortune Alimi of the Daily Guide newspaper, where he said, if you want to analyze the strength, or see, if you want to analyze the strength of the NPP properly, and in all honesty, you must add the NPP and the independent votes. In 2020, the NPP as a machinery were behind the independent. Almost all executives, DCEs, were all openly campaigning for the independent candidate, to the extent that President Akufo-Addo refused to campaign in Kumewu for Baswa. The NPP's performance in Kumewu hovers around 80% of valid votes. For your information, Kumewu is an unapologetic and unrepentant UP constituency. Baswa had more than 14,000 and Kwekudua more than 11,000, summing up to 26,000 thereabout, which were mainly NPP votes. So in effect, some 9,000 voters who showed up to vote Baswa and the independent Kwekudua did not see reason to come out. Also, note that 2020 did not record 100% turnout yet they recorded those figures. NPP should rather be worried. Broja Jemfi and Odiwe Ababroja, thank you. We say, Obi, the NDC are playing smart. Tell them they lost. That is the case. Nanam Ponsa Bedi Akon Edie Enie. We say, Nana ya jam to apa. We should lose a precious parliamentary seat for your so-called rude awakening. Madame Jantwa is free to join Honorable Alan's campaign if she so wishes. But the attacks on Dr. Baumia is very unnecessary, coming from a stalwart like her. We are MPP and we believe in electing our leaders. I, Farouk in Tema, qualifies to contest in our primaries. It is not about any tradition. Be Farouk Tema. And anyway, Abraham Farouk, thank you. Honorable Ben Aye, even if Alan tendered a resignation letter, albeit for the good of the party, somebody and his entire family, father, mother, in-laws, were still voting NDC PNC when Alan came back. Benjamin Aye, former MP, Upper Dintra West. Benaye Shehu. We say, Obi, it is extremely disgusting for a professor of a reputable university and a leading member of the NDC to have made such obsequious statement. I lack the capacity to determine the correctitude or otherwise of what might of what might have informed his decision to insult the apex court of the land with such contemptuous words. It is very sad to see people like Dr. Michael Pesawite supporting this unscrupulous behavior of disrespecting the Supreme Court. His comment on social media against the apex court of the land is not only untenable but absolutely preposterous. Bunkum, incompetent, capricious, un-Ghanaian, unpardonable, and amounts to anti-patriotic conduct. Well done to the Supreme Court. He would learn a big lesson. This is not the EC office you would go and demand tea and biscuit. Sir Amoa, Bono Regional Communications Team member of the NPP. And on the way up, Charlie. So, with hi Obi. To us in NDC, the Kumewu result shows some members or some people in that enclave are really having a change of mind for the NDC. Even with all government machinery over there, see how the NDC's vote appreciated. 2024 will surely see the NDC winning the election. Papa BCU here in Accra. I guess the Speaker of Parliament is going to give the NDC candidate a chair in Parliament for vote increase. Let's get serious, please. Charles Niteko Tego, Tantra Hills, and on the way, Abre. Palgrave to us.
Obi.
Yes.
Clearly, testers, I'm a who say the Kumewu by election, NPP, a winnie. Not only did we win, he appreciating votes. In the NDC vote,
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM 94.7.
Omo often constituencies na ye kwakoye election on my ye select ye parliamentarians. Ye bejisis bebre fi NDC ono. Ye bejisis bebre fi NDC ono. Ejuma ya ye wo maimu. Eni ejuma ye ba be ye ansa na yako 2024 general election no. NDC ye bejisis bebre fi omo. Parliament ya ye hunu sesi ai.
It will be different in 2025.
Very different. The 9th Parliament of the Republic of Ghana. Obi, ode obeka se mekan. Muntra clip in front one. very, 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 very.
I also become home.
Oh, Nyakupo.
Inshallah.
So it's Obi. I mean, I think, sir, the election was very free and fair.
Okay.
IGP deploy Prosifor Ekohono. One case will be doing one dance here.
Yeah.
Say the police presence.
The police presence was massive.
Yes.
At a point, I was like, Charlie, na if there's one cars, because minim dino. Police ones one more cars be, and na
FPU phone you.
Charlie, FPU dino. Hey, strategic location, the CCO in Kumewu, and this is just for Kumewu Township. The police presence was massive.
I think it's
massive.
It's better than Amorphous National Security.
Sure.
Azuku
Sure.
for be creative confusion.
Ayawa.
So it is good that we have learnt lessons from all that.
The police took charge.
Doctor, you'll be taking advantage of every situation.
Oh, we are comparing and seeing whether you are progressing and in fact,
huge
Obiajitum said there's an improvement.
Yes.
Obiajitum, we have Excellency John Mahama in statement we making a crime now.
Police for
so what you say? Wow.
It's IGP Nabaso
Dampare
and Nejuma Power and also Trese buying President Danko Kufuor memu retooling of the security services Juma papa Obi
very well. Where's Obi? Where from this NDC political arithmetic gymnastics they lost, period. David, Texas, US of A.
And then why are we here?
Obi, good evening.
Can't analyze.
Good evening. Tell Oliver to relax and lace his boots to hold the flag for the NDC after the 2024 elections, because after Mohammed's defeat for the third time, the only option for the NDC will be Mark Oliver Kevo, PhD. Bright Oyibi. We say, Obi, good afternoon. This kind of derogatory comment are the birthright of the NDC. They inherited it from their founding fathers, including their current chairman. It is not the first time a member of that political party has come out with such nauseating and repulsive comment, like what Professor Kwesa White has done. And I can cite some examples of such comment made by their current flag bearer, John Mahama, Yaquinta Ashaiman. We say, Obi, kindly give this number. Okay, the NDC man is saying it means the NDC collated their 2020 election result, but because they lost, that was why they swept it under the carpet, huh? Okay, and one funny thing. Funny day and we say, Obi, in 2016, the parliamentary results of Honorable Philip Atabaswa was 21,594 votes, while Emmanuel Amakwan of the NDC got 5,899 votes. Okay, and we need the year back to 2016 parliamentary elections. He says in that election the NDC candidate had more than 5,000 votes. But we say, Obi, as an honest, objective elder and journalist, you know for a fact that Accra Digital Center was built by JM. The fiber optics for the south to the north was by JM. So what exactly did Baumia do about digitalization? The media is an enabler of lies and the reason we are experiencing such bad governance in this country. And my Obi, please, what the NDC man is saying in your studio that they went to see the strategy of the opponent at Kumewu by-election is an afterthought. Joseph from Achimota ABC. Obi, the road leading to Michelle Camp to Pong Barrier, the taxi drivers are using their own authority to block the road and taking 15 cities as lorry fare just because the road is bad. D3 citizen, Pong Katamanso, Edie Eni. We say, Obi, the CPP is made up of only two members, Nanaya Jantua and Kwame Jantua. They are the only people you hear on radio and TV. Dave. And they quote TV in radio, so Charlie. We say, Obi, so even if the professor was referring to the American Supreme Court, was that the Was that the best way he could express his pleasure with the most indecent words? Amino ewo in Sawim. Oh God. Anyways, Ekosiisen high Asempa 94.7 FM. Ma yenhwe sima aka no iswa ye wosima be num in the yen channel sima mienu wrapping up comment na yen so na ya ajantoa.
Obi nipa na osi me ne kwame nkwa na o party nche so woni me party no ye woni pa wo mpa.
Bo so mo nkwa na otem
maybe one no say Kofi wo radio studio be say Kofi akwa ye youth organizer ye chairman wo ho Haji Hamda to former chairman obi ayi nyina ye wa around ye secretary wa Ashanti region
Eastern regional chairman
Eastern regional semefa omo nyina semefa omo nyina wa around
na Eastern regional organizer ye hwan ya
Eastern regional organizer for
CPP
meaning chairman and secretary
organizer
because someone I share with that commission
Inti no omu nye nyina ye wo hwa ye adwuma na nipa ko ye na adwen se obeso o te kwame ne nana ya ane inti no kasa ne nti sa na me minim se program send sa
baraja woni obra mon hijack party ne de
oh there be a hijack sen se me de
na obra opposition or party ne
one ye chairman of political affairs no
for the CP
incoming
like a committee
almost incoming flag bearer
obra okay I think he's a fine gentleman yeah so we do support no
and it is say me
that's general secretary won't mean take position
and it is a meet na say na man meet me support
and you be fair neutral by in your heart of heart there at the power of you ye
and some them papa me uncle nya no
na de mo de akwa asokwa
asokwa
mo je amode kwa asokwa
ye kwa asokwa street de kwa asokwa is you be there say ya kan sem ni nyina de me kan say like Obia Kano police for normal they did very well.
Oh, yes.
You know they be an news wo mo say ye be ya owu asem bi am
anopana na ye wura kumewu na afi no mo aye mo parade mo emedu ho me yem shame more than 500 men it was massive.
But I'm also wondering why so many men. What was it say be omufu say na basa you be bad now.
Well maybe they don't want to take experiences with by elections
but then the other na ya was so o man fe bi say ma police
I was not police for
but na nkrofo bi so
oh yes na o kan ho say yesuya lessons
it say jai sa na men nkrofo bi na ye do o mo be elections both sides obi a obi anyai na yemfa police were very good police they be am because Ghana police on me excellent given the right atmosphere no me excellent say obi wu se ya ni CID for so on be nipa kro kun no in no time they do it.
It's true
Inti no me excellent in the elections going forward 2024 na make say yemfa kuma wunya yastic in terms of the peace about honey the way I conduct.
I'm hoping that there will be peace in Asen North. Also sometimes when two parties one of them who say okay Charlie wait there is no competition but when omu nyina who say Charlie me who ametimi awie that's where the issues come.
I am sure they besi wa Asen North.
Asen North there was a police for about 1,000
yes because and so no account
at the end of the day no adwuma no way because you find that it has happened me dey about which year was on the day of elections no team for na salai boko
no obi nti papa no betimi agina bio
might not be in the position to say and they on the lawyers don't take advice from the lawyers and then the party
okay
Sakande
Mate
Basa me catch us Sakande so Sakande equalization so akofa ba
judicial judgment will be so
hwan
criminal and sense ni bi
o say they were court no I know they were
na me Ghana say na
my paragraph me now the year yeah innocent until proven
Sakande there and also the ma anya there but
say onya adisuan free no mo
Sakande nsɛminti o na your doctor no so attack Canada are renouncing the citizenship and some big go court nti say osum parliament ye nya pese osum edwuma e oti here
to Ekosiisen Because I say me say
o say the oka posian say ebaya nka I think the people can say ebaya nka papa ne entna say
na
no qualification
so on qualify if you qualify as why
but your mom pia program man nko betirem
at the end the munim say the besi bia no MPP will have the field of the day.
Okay.
Obi, who say IMF for approving?
Hey, what IMF about?
1 minute.
3.5 billion.
Okay.
And this is for say Ivory Coast. Omon kwa IMF that. Omako. And the routers for Adayo.
That when NDC Nika said.
Oh, last week.
That's not
Joyce.
This Nema will know. Already.
Doc Manu. Oriana. Wafa.
IMF
news file.
Okay.
2 minutes. Emu betim dia kadi obi a otu be o memre aso.
And I mean who say.
Okay. In the Cote d'Ivoire and Soko.
Ivory Coast.
Omanya board level approval.
Omanya 3.5 routers for DW4. IOE. Aka wasem. Eja, yebe we say MPP for flag bearers no.
Okay.
Okay.
Very well.
And omoni din so ba wa we she wo mo.
Omoni din so. Very show. Senior Santa Claus. Singles maybe kwa disco.
Okay.
So I think the senior Santa Claus we need two
senior Santa Claus
in the race. Kene Japan
and Japan.
And ba go no boni.
Kojo.
And they wait me abodin.
Honorable John Alan Kojo Tremantin. 2 Santa Clausians, up Santa Clausians, stand up to your honor. Others have labored. We have to carry on. Until we wish them the best.
We wish them well. Let us say. We say, Obi, Ekosiisen, listening to you guys live from my hideout. Good show. Aba ye de bo sakande no. Ye de bebo kwesin. Say Obama in Pokwase. And anyway, Aba say Obama, good evening to you wherever you are. We say, Obi, I'm really impressed with Nanaya's solid submissions. Thank you. Uncle Jimmy Lawton in Virginia, and how do we buy it? That's it, Papa. Doc, yeah. I
think say IMF or the IMF asema media. One, Obianka say call IMF a MPP for ne kind, because countries over the period akọ IMF akọ. So Ghana must say a 17th time year kuni. It you know. Historically, almost every republic. Oh no, but say a year, a coup, I joined. Yes, yes, you join the coup. No, in fact, where woman no, yenya. O kwan here more. Utimiko now akwa jemwa any ade. But I Cote d'Ivoire kwa IMF. Ne mente say omo pension for any adom hwaka. And answer what is some year debt, domestic debt restructuring. Cote d'Ivoire na. And course war. So why do you want to compare yourself to Cote d'Ivoire? That attempt say yempe classmates near fanchiless at the other cry no sabe e won't mean to Ghana for any so. I want you that Ghana for a come because of IMF amu koine Cote d'Ivoire for omun kosa ahochenum bi. Et comparison no enye pe. Afa mumu de no cry de omampani say IMF aye koine no nenti kura no nani agye sai yakwa mafia nya sika ye de ba amana de aba support ne payment deficit ne hon amane adio akwanyo obenya de akobo besen adodo enuti na ono mampani nani agye sai yakwa IMF ni akomu we have not learned anything. And I am here as a young man ye nyina ye amanyosem a ye pedache foforo aye so say at a point in time like this yet me aye nneema bia enye na de yakoba bi bone sebi we under threat hwe China ne countries e de dom ka nneema edisi a wo wane ade nyina no we are at the verge of losing them. Sani bra ma no ma fa ahumobo amam amfa ye ho anchen
at the verge of losing them. That's
oh no, the reports are no say we default
yeah, na so at the verge of losing them. I know they all can see in yepe.
Oh, now at the verge no there.
Hey. Well,
our likelihood of defaulting.
Yeah, but no, they are at the verge of losing them.
Oh, now say who
default?
Completely different. Who default to the So there are consequences. Consequences were default. No default ni be say ye japade o ma japade de ho e ho de boy e ho
should we default?
Say default a ho kire beba. But on man penny dey na be ma ye duru sa default point no.
Okay.
Se yakoso boro, yakoso ko amanone ko bo besia kese ne a sa besia no ehon faso bia emana ene be koduru. So clearly no aban MPP aban no omunsua lesson bia. IMF we no they just went there for credibility. Among for sika economy nim said the omunyin film things will stabilize and then they will go back to borrow. Very well. That is exactly what this government is doing.
Dr. Mark
President
Oliver Kevo. As to say, almost come back to the capital market now.
Or say we we have positioned ourselves to be able to go back into the international market, which had been a source of funding for us during the first 3 years or 4 years of our government. There is no rush, but obviously, why not take advantage of global savings? It makes a lot of sense to me. We will try as much as possible to maintain the discipline which is required and the most important requisite for a successful program.
And market no
say yeah we behwe say be sen akoba rush be okay. The two Santa Clausians are not part of the race. I wish them well, but not success. Dr. Bawumia is the surest bet to break the 8 for the first time in the political history of this country. In fact, he is the best among his contenders. Fellow delegate, let's rally our support for Dr. Bawumia. Jesse Boakon, President. Bawumia must win. BMW and on the way Abrayeda Sepapa Obi. The police has seen the biggest retooling in the Fourth Republican history under Akufo-Addo, including helicopters, Junior Ewo Tantra Hills. Nedia Odia Abraye in great show today, Obi. Good evening to you and good evening to you as well, my brother. Thank you. Mamina Nanaya Jantwa as a General Secretary, Convention People's Party, and Chair Omobi you on flag bearer to contest for the 2024 elections. Hopefully it would be Kwame Jantwa. Sounds so and Dr. Mark Oliver Kevo, or a regional chairman Edema NDC, Ewo Eastern region, based in Koforidua, but from Kwewu. Kronia Brantier, now based in Koforidua, and Awodi regional chairman Palgrave Dankwa, a parliamentary candidate hopeful for the MPP. Palgrave Boache Dankwa. Okay, Boache Dankwa. Wow. Is he named after JB Dankwa? Okay, good. In the Palgrave Boache Dankwa, parliamentary candidate hopeful for the NPP, Ebuakwa North constituency, also in the Eastern region. Ma yena munyana for joining us, coming through with your messages, listening in to our show. Nyame admo chana, we'll be back with a Friday